Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How y'all doing? Had the kids? I'm Q, the Costa Rican coach of the Chicago Dragapults. Yes, sir. We're back here with another Pokemon Draft League battle. This time we're in the Global Battle Association, otherwise known as the GBA. We're here in Week 8 now. If you guys are wondering, whoa, Lois, this is not my Batman glass. Basically, we took a bit of a hiatus, a week break, if you will, because of the breeding services that us draft league coaches need to be able to provide these battles for you guys. We're down for about a week because of the DLC coming out. So, we took that week off. Thought long and hard about our futures, and we're back here again. This is the quote unquote. This league started before the DLC came out, right? So it's a bit of the old meta, if that's what you want to call it. None of the new additions to the mons, like my Scizor can't get knockoff, my Serena can't get knockoff. I don't know if they have anything on here that got buffed at all through the DLC, but regardless, we can't run any of that. None of the new items, no cut stat berries, no key berries, none of that crazy stuff. This is, so like, if you're looking for some new mon battles, some new items, some new strategies type stuff, we do have battles coming out every single day this week, obviously. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't see it throughout the entire week of me posting, go ahead and go back and look at them. It's some fun stuff. Also, a little bit of shameless plug. Tomorrow, we should have a brand new draft analysis for a brand new league coming your way, which does feature some new mons, some new strategies, the DLC moves, the DLC items, all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. Come back tomorrow and check that out on the channel. But for right now, just stay with me. The GBA is going to be lasting for a few more weeks. If we win today, then I think it solidifies us a playoff position, but I'm not entirely sure because, with the point system that the GBA has, it's kind of just like it's anyone's game, really. But regardless, we're going up against the San Diego Snugglers, who is usually coached by the Grandmaster, who also goes by D-Ray. But today, we're actually playing the homie Kurpie, who's the assistant coach, and is taking over for the homie D-Ray for at least this battle. I'm not sure if he's doing it for the last week as well. I don't know. Regardless, we're fighting the homie Kurpie today. Let's put the matchup on screen right now. Boom. My man's got a decent team. I'm going to be honest. I think I said this before. His team it's got Palafin and Annihilate, which are obviously, like, if you're going by Smogon tiers, those are two Ubers. But I think it kind of falls off after those two mons because, like, you got Arcanine, which sure can run Intimidate and enable one of your guys to, like, bulk up sweep or something like that. Iron Jugulis isn't that bad of a Paradox mon, but it is pretty much considered one of the worst ones, but still pretty good. It actually has a really good matchup against us. Gothitelle, which I never really ever respect in prep. I just think it's a bad mon. Rotom Wash, which I really wanted, so I'm very upset that they drafted it instead of me. Toed Scroll, which is kind of a cool mon, but also kind of silly. Klefki, which is very much a telegraph Pokemon, which you kind of know what it's going to do all the time. And then Muck and Cyclizar that cannot get access to Shed Tail because that is banned. So it is like, just their spinner, and I guess their ghost resist regardless. But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely like anticipating the top 6. You know what I'm saying? Like Palafin, Annihilate. I could see Arcanine getting left behind, but then Jugulis, Rotom Wash, and like Klefki, something along those lines. I could see the Gothitelle coming, but like I said, something about me is I pretty much almost never like hard prep for the Gothitelle matchup. A lot of people like to like run Shed Shell, I think, so they don't get shadow tagged by the Gothitelle. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. I do have a little bit of prep for it though, so I did respect it kind of a tiny little bit. But regardless, if you want to go check the homie out, link to his channel in the description down below, as well as all the other coaches that are still in the GBA. But with that being said, let's talk about the team that we are going to be bringing today. Specs Pult is back, baby. It looks so dummy free. Their quote unquote Shadow Ball resist is a Cyclizar, which they're not switching into my guy. And the other one is Jugulis, which takes a hefty chunk with Shadow Ball. And especially if they're not boots, we can get up rocks. This shit is just looking hella free. We can actually afford to run Modest, which I love. I love when the speed tiers aren't that good and we can run Modest. I love that. But yeah, I think Specs Pult is going to dent the team down quite a bit to hopefully open up some other Pokemon for our potential end game. Speaking of which, we got the homie Iron Moth. The homie forgot to put the Terra type on here. It's okay. It's Tera Grass, boys, because the Palafin obviously always comes in and revenges me, right? If I'm fire type. But if I turn it to a grass type, baby, we resist, and then boom, they're getting hit with a huge energy ball. We did end up rocking out with the heavy duty booties so that we can not take rock chip every time we want to come in. I do have, this is my prep for the Gothitelle. I have U-turn, okay? Because if the Gothitelle wants to come in, I'm going to assume it might be Scarfed. That's kind of the set I would bring if I were them. But if it's not Scarf, then that's even better because then I can just U-turn on it and not have to take a Psyshock / potentially Switcheroo. We can Tera in front of that as well, so we're not weak to the Psyshock, but it still will be doing a decent amount of damage. But regardless, Fiery Dance, Energy Ball, and Sludge Wave covers the team as much as I needed to, and then U-turn for momentum on the Gothitelle or something like on the Arcanine or something along those lines. Up next, I mentioned rocks earlier. We got our rocker. We're going with a bit of a defensive, but also offensive, modest Mesprit because I like to just click buttons. Once again, U-turn because the Gothitelle could come in on me and then just like either trick me a Scarf or just start Calm Mind spamming if I don't have U-turn. So that's why we have the U-turn on there. Rocks up in this battle go a very long way for chipping things down, for Specs Pult to clean, or for our next mon to also pop off. Psychic Thunderbolt hits the team for a pretty decent, it's got pretty good coverage. We have the Colby Berry there in case, or in hopes that we can actually trade with the Jugulus, because like I said before, it does have kind of a decent matchup on us. Its coverage of like Dark Pulse, Hurricane, or Air Slash, and then Earth Power kind of cover a lot of my guys, especially with the next couple mons you're going to see that I'm about to use in a different way. We'll just go into it right now. Let's look at the homie. That's right, Aqua Tauros, baby. This thing looks amazing here. We got the Raging Bull to get rid of screens, Close Combat to click buttons, Wave Crash to do even bigger damage to that Arcanine, and then Trailblaze to try and get a speed boost on the Rotom Wash. It looks really nice, man. Trailblaze in a close combat can knock out an offensive Rotom Wash, which is kind of what I'm hoping they're going to bring. I think Scarf looks pretty decent against me, but I could also see defensive, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we ended up going with Papa Berry because I didn't want to go with Intimidate because I didn't want to pop Annihilape's Defiant. So I figured, you know, let's just go with Papa Berry Cudchew. That could be pretty fire because if you guys don't know how Cudchew works, basically at the end of the next turn, after you eat your berry, you get it again, which is pretty fire, which could potentially get us out of range of certain attacks, which would be really, really dope. And yeah, it just has really good coverage on this team, and it is potentially one of my endgame win cons. Up first, we have a pre-game win con, essentially. So this mon just looks so dummy-free against her team. If I don't see, like, who do I want to see? I don't know. Basically, I'm most likely leading off with this Pokemon. It just clicks buttons against their entire team. If I get an agility up and there's no Scarfers, I'm outpacing everything, which is kind of crazy. Moonblast is so stupid free against everything besides Arcanine and the Muck, and we got Earth Power for those guys. If I can weaken the Muck to enable my Iron Moth because I do think the Muck is going to be either AV or Spadef Black Sludge as the Iron Moth initial switch in, right? But if I can weaken that with an Amorous, it no longer can do that as well as it wants to, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the goal there. We have Draining Kiss for longevity, mainly because I didn't need a coverage move. I didn't need Mystical Fire. Like I said, I didn't want to accidentally proc Annihilape's Defiant, so just Moonblast, Earth Power looks so fucking good against this team. And then once again, we're able to win Modest, which is really, really nice. And then last but not least, we have our Iron Jugulus full counter, hopefully full counter, in Assault Vest Iron Hands. Earth Power actually bounces off my guy. It's not even a 3-hit KO. It's actually a 4-hit KO, which is pretty nice. Unless it's Specs, then it becomes, I think, like a 2.5-hit KO. But regardless, Thunder Punch, Drain Punch, Volt Switch for momentum, and then Earthquake for that pesky Klefki. Is just enough. It's just all the coverage we needed on our guy Iron Hands here. This Pokemon is definitely gonna hopefully help me not lose to Booster Energy Iron Jugulus. And if it is Booster Energy and we can force it out, that's even better. Because then it won't be faster than my Pult and I can just Draco it. So yeah, man, that is the team that we are going to be using today for our Week 8 battle in the GBA. Hoping to make our final playoff push. We got to win at least one of these last 2 games in order to solidify a spot. So hopefully we can do that. If you all like what you saw and saw what you like, I was about to do an outro. If you guys are new to the channel, click that subscribe button, like the video. Let me know in the comment section down below how hyped you are for the new draft leagues that are starting, as well as our potential playoff run here in the GBA. With that being said, I hope you all enjoy the battle. All right, y'all, here we are for our Week 9 battle in the GBA, going up against the homie Kurpie instead of D-Ray. D-Ray's assistant coach, so that's pretty cool. They do bring a very, very interesting team. No Toed School or Rotom. No Rotom Wash is kind of huge. They did bring the Gothitelle. I typically don't have a whole lot of prep for Gothitelle, not going to lie, but I have a little bit for it, just a tiny bit. We are going to lead an Amorous because it looks like it can kind of just break the team down if they lead a little passively with like Klefki or something. Yeah, man. Let's see where the day takes us. Oh, got the hiccups. Hold on. All right, let's see how it goes, man. We're looking in front of the homie Kurt or Kurpie. I guess his name's Kurpie. My bad. Was it? Did it used to be Kurt? Am I tweaking? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. But yeah, man. In case you missed it last week, we did in fact, take a hiatus from the GBA Draft League for just a week. Just because, you know, the DLC came out, and in the DLC coming out, a lot of things got updated, and a lot of things that us Draft League players need, we were just waiting on them getting updated. So now here they are, updated. They lead off with Danger, which is this guy. Super passive lead. We love this. Alright, so Palafin, if you're just Ice Punch, no hero form. To my Enamorous, you don't do enough. This into... what's it called? Would not be enough. And at +2, I outpace you, right? I'm pretty sure we calc for this. Yeah. So yeah, we literally just get to agility. Because they probably just go hard out. If they taunt me, if they stay in and taunt me, that's insane. But like, hey, you know, good play if that's what happens. They do withdraw, perfect. So we get a beautiful agility off. And we can just start firing off super effective hits. This is the Gothitelle, so that's fine. They can't Encore me because I'm faster unless there's Scarf Encore, which would be kind of crazy. I do kind of assume it's going to be Choice Scarf, and they're going to trick me right here, but that's fine. We can just get off some Moonblast damage, I think. Yeah, just Moonblast. Moonblast 2-hit KOs this if it's just Offensive Scarf. Or I believe we 2-hit KO max HP as well. I'm not entirely sure on that calc. Kind of want to check it out now since we're just chilling and waiting. If it is max HP, there's a chance we 2-hit KO. So that is very, very Spadef. And we lower its attack, which is huge. And they are just going to fire off a Psychic. Okay. Big chip. We're both chipping each other down. We're both getting the little secondary effects. You love to see it. I'm going to go for Moonblast once more. If I was just Calm Mind, bro, this actually would have just won. This shit would have just won, man. But I opted for Draining Kiss instead. I thought it would be a little bit better. I honestly thought this would help bait in the potential Muck Bring. Which would have been huge for us. Is this like Specs or something? I mean, regardless, we're getting rid of it. That's the huge part. We're getting rid of it, which is the huge part. This might knock it out. So close. I feel like the first roll was very low, and then the second roll was very high. And then which would make me believe the third roll was going to be pretty decent, but it was not. Anyways, we get to go out into our Mesprit and click Rocks. That's kind of what I want to do, and then U-turn after. Yeah, Rocks look really solid here. So I am going to, in fact, do that. If they opt to Shadow Ball me, whatever, I shouldn't take too much damage from it. I do kind of want to check. If it is Timid max speed, it does outpace us. But I feel like they're super, super bulky. Just based on all the... based on how it ate those Moonblasts. So this was probably Spadef as fuck for Iron Moth and stuff like that. Yeah, let's just get up our Rocks. They look really solid. And then we could U-turn on the following turn. And knock this guy out. So boom, Rocks are up. Beautiful. And then we'll see what they want to do. Do they go for a super effective move? They do go for Shadow Ball. Okay. That is all right by me. That did 0. That actually did 0. Holy shit. U-turn should definitely finish this guy off. So I'm just going to click U-turn. And then drop in somebody. I don't know who. But I'm going to drop in somebody. And we'll see where the day takes us. They're definitely up on kills. Voice crack. They're definitely up on kills right now. I'm thirsty. But it's not looking too bad. Especially if they switch here for some reason. That would be really nice. I'd actually really appreciate that. I don't know why they would. But, I mean, they're thinking a little bit. So maybe they're just calcing future stuff. But regardless, I like the position we're in. If that Iron Jugulus is speed boosting booster, rather than it... Oh, we do get momentum. Rather than it being boots, that'll be really, really good. Link up! Clef Key, beautiful. We get to just go right into our fucking guy. Right into Iron Hands, I think, is what I want to do. Right into our fucking guy. Clef Key. Let's say they're max Fizz Def. Earthquake's going to do a lot. Thunder Punch is going to do enough as well, though. I don't know if they'd waste a turn. I don't know if they'd waste a turn by clicking, you know what I mean, Magnet Rise. I feel like they would just go for spikes or screens of something of that variety versus actually clicking Magnet Rise here. But regardless, Earthquake's going to do a fuck ton of anything that wants to come in. And we're just going to click it. I doubt they go Jugulus because this is kind of my Jugulus check. So I severely doubt they go Jugs. But we're going to be able to get some damage off on this guy. If they do Magnet Rise, then it's kind of sucks because then we would like 3-hit KO with Thunder Punch instead. But it's okay. And that's also assuming it's max Fizz Def. Like, we don't know anything about this Clef Key so far. They do reflect. Okay, so they are screened. So I will be Raging Bulling with my guy. Like, super simply. Super simply. That did a decent amount of damage. I think I want to Raging Bull immediately. So I'm going to Volt Switch. I'm going to Volt Switch now and then just Raging Bull immediately. Because I can't have these screens being up. No way, no how. Anyways, based on that reflect damage, that might have just been max HP. No Fizz Def. Will they Spadef on everything? Probably. Yeah, that looks like about max HP. So then if I go Tauros with the Raging Bull, no reflect, it should do a decent amount. They do Draining Kiss. For some reason, I don't think the Showdown calc has Raging Bull calced for whatever reason. But regardless, we're going to Volt Switch into our Raging Bull and just click it. If they T-Wave me, I can live with that, I feel like. I can live with it being T-Wave. That would kind of suck because this is my big bruiser against, like, Annihilate and Palafin, but I think I'll be okay. So I'm just going to go in here and just Raging Bull. It's very free. No, pretty much no drawback outside of potentially getting Thunder Waved. So I just think this is the wave. So we're just going to do it. Let's see what they go for. They might just go for the last screen. I doubt it because they got to foresee the Raging Bull. They could go hard into Palafin on some weird shit. Or even hard into Jugulus or something. Or even, I would love to get Chip on anything. Or just knock this out. Both of these options are right up my alley. They could also sack the Gothitelle right now. Although hopefully they don't die to rocks. Hopefully they don't die to rocks. Because then the Raging Bull won't go into effect. They do just stay in. Please drop. Beautiful. Let's go, Tauros. That's why you bring a Raging Bull to a screens team. You love to fucking see it. Alright. So now if they go into Palafin, I feel like I'm just going to Trailblaze. And then just start spamming. And just start spamming moves. You know what I mean? They do go into this. So are you Booster? You are Boots. Okay, that's good to know. I don't want to go hard into this. I would love to keep this around as well. Because this looks really, really solid. I don't want to go hard into Iron Hands. Even though I can kind of tank all the hits I need to. I mean, if it's Specs, then no. But it's not. It's Boots. 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 So let's look at Hurricane. I just want to minimize my shit plays. They might U-turn, which is fine, I think. If they U-turn. So yeah, I am actually just gonna go hard into it. I'm just gonna go hard into it. And just click Thunder Punch. It's super free. Let's see what they do. U-turn would make sense. They knock off. That's fine by me too. That means I can't switch in later, but this Thunder Punch is super duper free. I could see them sacking off the Gothitelle right now, but regardless, this Thunder Punch is just super free. And since we know they're not like speed boosting, once I get Chip on this with like Iron Moth or Dragapult, vice versa, one of them are gonna end up knocking it out after anyways. Whew, so let's see what's going on. This is also the Shadow Ball switching, so it might be Spadef invested instead. Let's see if they want to opt to just get damage off on me with this. I think if this goes down, I do lose a bit of like a Muck weakener. Because if that's like AV Muck, it could definitely like 1v2 my top guys, which would be kind of crazy if that happens. But we do also have Mesprit. We also have Mesprit. And it's knockoff, so is it I don't think it's fully physical. Maybe it's just straight up like... Maybe it's just like, what am I trying to say? Maybe it's just, a little bit of support. So it might actually be like pretty Spadef. So my Tauros might have actually outpaced. Which might end up mattering in the end game. So let's see. I assume you just sack the Gothitelle, right? Surely. Yeah, I mean, that just makes too much sense. And it would have died to Hazards, by the way. Which sucks, because that doesn't count as a kill for us. Because the GBA has some weird rules, we'll say. Some different rules. So yeah, it's very unfortunate. Mesprit does not get a KO for the game. Very unfortunate. So they go into Annihilate. Okay, here we go. Annihilate. If they start bulking up, do I lose the game? Potentially. If they're also like Salic Berry. Like I said before, this is my biggest bruiser against the Muck. But I guess potentially between Mesprit. This looks very tough. We are going to just fire off a Thunder Punch and see what happens. They do just Drain Punch. Okay. That does very little damage. Can we get a Cheeky Para? That'd be nice. I know I'm begging for it, but I'd like it. Cheeky Para, baby. Anybody? No, sir. Alright, so they are lefties. Okay. Their eject button. Okay. That's actually really cool for, like, U-turn. That's actually pretty sick. That's actually really cool. Because, like, if you U-turn into an eject button mon, you stay in, but they come in. So that probably could have been, like a Gothitelle trap idea, which would have been pretty fun if they were able to pull it off. But yeah, we just get to stay in on everything now and just click a button. Jugs we stay in on, and Thunder Punch. Muck we Earthquake. Palafin we hit. Hummingbird. I forgot who this was. This guy. Okay, yeah, I mean, you turn again if you want to. Thunder Punch is so free. Thunder Punch is so free. They do just Earth Power. We should tank this. Yes, sir. Iron Jugs. Iron Hands. Let's fucking go. Not living on below 5, so we don't get an extra point. But they do, which is very cool for you guys. I'm very happy for you. So yeah, in the off chance they want to U-turn into Muck or something of that nature, I kind of want an Earthquake. I'm just going to Thunder Punch, though. They do Earth Power. Okay. I'm thinking about going Mesprit, but it's fine. So yeah, we just get to go Pult and Shadow Ball now. I do think that it's actually, this Muck endgame is actually looking pretty tough, not going to lie. Wait, no, I'm not fast. I was about to say, I can go this guy. No, I can't. What I want to do is, I think I want to go Pult and U-turn. Right? Into what, though? I'm going to go Pult and U-turn. They're not Scarf. We know that. You know what I mean? They're Boots. That sucks we gave them a point, bro. I wanted the point. Why couldn't that Earth Power have done a little more? Anyways, yeah, U-turn gets a kill here. It'd be weird if they went hard into Annihilate, but I wouldn't be that surprised. Yeah, okay. They do stay, which is nice. So Specs Shadow Ball is looking like potentially gonna have to try and weaken the squad down. I'm assuming that is Spadef Annihilate. What do I want to do? I don't want to go into Mesprit. I also don't want to go into Tauros. I kind of want to force in the Muck somewhat. Yeah, I think I do. I think I want to force in the Muck. Because this either forces in the Muck or forces in the Palafin. But if they bring in the Palafin, they have to switch out. Because there's no way, like, they got to scout for the Tera. You know what I mean? There's no way they're going to stay in on my Tera Grass. Like, that would just be silly. But we'll see. I don't think Palafin Choice Band kills through Tera Grass. Like, they need a little bit of chip. Yeah. They need quite a bit of chip, to be honest. So I assume it's got to be the Muck. So then if it's the Muck, I U-turn into my Mesprit, and then just start spamming Psychic, because then Psychic is super free from that position. Because the Annihilate hasn't Terra'd yet. I'm assuming it's going to be Fairy. And they were eject button, so they're not Scarf or anything crazy like that. Not lefties either, so the chip that we did is gone. They do go out in a danger, so they're going to scout for the Tera. Like, they have to. Unless there's Scarf flip turn, which would be kind of weird. But, I mean, I'm just gonna click Tera Grass Energy Ball. Man, you know what I mean? Like, if they're Scarfed into Ice Punch and read me right now, that's a really good read. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I'm just going to Energy Ball into U-turn on the Muck is what I'm assuming about to come in. But yeah, like, this is forcing me to Tera, but it's fine. They stayed in. They have to be Scarfed then. And they're clicking Ice Punch here. They're either Scarfed and clicking Flip Turn, or they're Scarfed and clicking Ice Punch. Either way, both plays are crazy. Ice Punch would definitely kill me. They just died. Okay. Is this AV? Like, what is happening? It's just dead. Okay. Maybe they didn't read the scouting report on the Tera. I don't know. I'm Tera Grass and Fire, right? Like, surely. I'm like 100% positive that's what I am. Yeah, Fire and Grass. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think if they go Muck, I think I still U-turn into Mesprit and then just start firing off Psychics, because I really want the Annihilate to Tera into Fairy. You know what I mean? So I can hit it with super effective damage with the Iron Moth. But we'll see what happens here. I'm very curious about that play. I don't know. I don't know. But the muck can genuinely still endgame me, which is kind of crazy. Like, it actually could, which is crazy. Because I don't have, Earthquake on the Tauros. Instead, I have, what's it called? Anyways, I go out in the muck. We get chip on it, which is huge. I assume a poison jab's coming off here. If I hard Mesprit, do I die? No. What about uninvested gunk? Shot the 37 to 44. I mean, obviously U-turn, right? Like, I'm obviously U-turning. Can you get poison pointed by U-turning on them? I think you can. Whatever. This chip is chip. All chip is good chip. Big chip. Okay. A crit! Big chip. Big old chip. Anyways, let's look at Mesprit. I don't even know if it gets knockoff anymore. 121. I'm definitely, like, super fucking primed and ready to just click Psychic with this Mon. Yeah. Super fucking ready. Fire Punch. Good play. They were Black Sludge or lefties or whatever. Okay. That's fine. Like I said, Psychic is stupid free. Psychic is so free right now. If I could actually somehow, like, 4-0, which is not my goal. I just want to win. But for the extra point, 4-0ing would be nice. But I don't know if we can. Just because I don't have a Rage Fist switch in. So I'd have to sack. And okay, they're giving me this. So as soon as I bring Dragapult in as Shadow Ball, I think we're good. I think we're good. We're not, like I said, we're not going to be able to 4-0, unfortunately, but we are most likely going to win, knock on wood. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, you know how the saying goes. But as long as I chip it down with Shadow Ball, Iron Moth should be able to Sludge Wave as well. So this will be alright. That's what I'm foreseeing anyways. They're going to Annihilate. I just click Psychic. I just spam Psychic. There's no reason to click anything else. Unless, yeah, they're not, no, they're no item, yeah, and they don't get any speed boosting moves. So we just click Psychic. This will force a Tera, or they won't Tera, and we just somehow, maybe we're faster and we kill them? I don't know. They do Tera, perfect. So Ghost or Fairy? What's it going to be, folks? I'm predicting Fairy. Survey says it is in fact Fairy. Alright. Let's look at Max Spadef Annihilate. And let's look at Tera Fairy. They do just Rage Fist. Tera Fairy with Iron Moth does 61 to 72. I think they're like below half. So I'm going to just go into my Moth. Like I'm not missing anything. Yeah, like I mean, I'm sure I'm not missing anything. Sometimes you just think, me personally, I think a lot that sometimes things are too good to be true. It looks like they're at below 61%. We just click Sludge Wave. And we kill. I'm looking at Max Spadef. Yeah, okay, let's fucking go, man. Maybe should have got that U-turn with Iron Moth kill earlier. And maybe I would have got 4 kills with Moth, because I know it killed the Palafin. Didn't kill the Goth, because the Mesprit Rocks did, which doesn't count for some silly reason. Didn't kill the... Okay, never mind. No, I wouldn't have. Yeah, never mind. I would have got 3, though. So I would have been 1 more off to the 4 kills, like per fucking usual. Regardless, your boy's back in the win column. I think that was a home game, too. So we got like 3 points, which is not too bad. Definitely puts us up in the upper echelon of the people that are fighting for their playoff lives at the moment, which there's a lot of us. So, yeah, man, stay tuned for the final week of the Oh, wait. Was this week 9? It was. So, yeah, stay tuned for next week for the final week of the regular season, where we actually make the final playoff push to see if we can make it to playoffs here in the Global Battle Association. That would be pretty fire. It would low-key be kind of like a dream come true, not going to lie. But, yeah, we're going to get up out of here. If you like what you saw and you saw what you like, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.